What's up, Facebook fam? This is your girl, Gail Crowder, and today is Tuesday, so you know it is Wife Chat Tuesday. And today, wherever you guys are in the Maryland, DC, Virginia area, it is storming and cutting up a fool. Hey, Sharetta, how are you, beautiful? You looking good, girl. Anyway, it's storming up a storm, so I pray that my feed does not go down. But this is Wife Chat Tuesday, and so if you jump on here, please go share it and tell everybody that I'm on here with Wife Chat. And today I really want to talk to you about giving your husband gratitude in every season of your marriage. And as for you guys that know me, that I've been married, be 30 years in July, and so me and Gil has been through a lot of seasons, a lot of different things. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I truly appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you. It's good to see you again. Thank you. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Please share and tell everybody we're on Wife Chat, and we're going to be talking about gratitude today. I had quite a few women that wanted to talk about gratitude. I had one or two women want to talk about fellatio, but I'm going to choose gratitude today, and I'll get around to talking about that subject. So if you have a subject you want me to cover on Tuesdays, let me know. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you. Hey, Kimberly, I hope you're feeling better, beautiful. Thank you guys so much for joining me. But like I was saying, Gil and I have been at this, will be 30 years in July. And giving gratitude is something that is hard, is difficult, especially when you're not in a great space with your spouse, especially if you have some unresolved issues, you've been hurt, all of those different things. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and thank you so much for sharing that Wife Chat is going on. I'll be doing this every Tuesday at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So just make sure you guys mark your calendars to be able to hop on. What's up, sister? My sister from Houston is on. Thank you so much, Tawana, for joining me. But anyway, and so giving gratitude is something that is hard, especially when you're not in a good place in your marriage. But I will tell you this, after doing this for a long time and being able to coach wives all over the world, whenever I get on the phone with them, I always ask them two questions. First of all is, tell me what is amazing going on in your marriage, right? And they usually struggle. When I say struggle with that question, especially if they're calling me, most of the time it's some problems, intimacy problems, communication problems, those kind of things that I deal with on a daily basis. But again, they struggle with that. But when I ask the second question and I say, tell me why you're on the phone with me and how can I assist you, that is like a list longer than my leg, taller than I am. We can name 1,000 things that our spouse are doing wrong and what is wrong in our marriage. But being able to name two things that they're doing right for the most part is very, very difficult, especially when you're in a space, again, that is not pleasing, and you're tired, you're burnt out, and you're like, Gail, I have nothing left to give. And so I was there before, and I've been there plenty of times, but I've came through them. And so probably around 10 years ago, I was really complaining about Gil and all the things that he was getting on my nerves about, all this kind of thing. And for you guys who know me, I'm very open and honest about my marriage and the struggles that I've had in them, but how I've been able to overcome them. And I was talking to one of my girlfriends, and this is why you have to have really amazing women in your life to give you some reality checks and not always agree with you, right? And so I was just going on about all the stuff, that how he was getting on my nerves, whatever. And she stopped me and she said, Gail, you have been talking for about 30 minutes and you have not said one positive thing that Gil does. She said, can you name 10 things that he does right? And I was like, at the time, he was doing some amazing things, right? But he wasn't doing them the way I wanted them done, or I was so caught up in the negativity that I couldn't see that he was doing some amazing things for my family, for me, or whatever. And so in that process, you know, during my prayer time, God showed me that I needed to write down 30 things, one a day, that my husband did amazing every single day. And when you're in a space where there's nothing but negativity and you don't think the marriage is going to last, and he's getting on your nerves and he ain't doing nothing that you want him to do, and all the things that we complain about, that's a very, very hard task, right? And so I was like, 30 days, Jesus, like for real? And he's like, 30 days, I want you to write them down. And I got a piece, a legal pad, and I numbered it 1 through 30. And some days, all I could put was, thank you so much for taking out the trash. One day I put just, thank you for waking up, right? Because I was really in that space where I couldn't see past, you know, what was going on and what I was feeling emotionally, right? And we all know that our emotions go up and down, right? And that is not lasting, right? But at that moment in that space, I was really struggling. And so for 30 days, God had me to write just one thing down. And at the end of the 30 days, he told me to gift Gil what I was grateful for, what I wanted to give gratitude towards him from. And I realized that he was doing more things right than I was giving him credit, like waking up every morning at 4 a.m. and getting on the train and going to a job and providing for us, keeping a roof over our head, keeping gas in our car, you know, in my car, making sure that I had food and all of those things, right? He was praying for me when I didn't even know he was praying for me. All of those things that I really was taking for granted because I couldn't see past my emotions. And so when I gifted that to him, it literally made my husband cry. And I will tell you, in 30 years, I've probably seen him cry maybe 7 times in 30 years, right? And he was like, I never thought that you thought enough of me to do this. And this was just on a legal sheet of paper. And it was just because I literally was at my wit's end and I did not have anything else. And God told me to do that. And it started with my girlfriend saying, Gail, does he do anything right? And so I come on here tonight to really talk to you about having gratitude for your spouse in any season of where you are, right? Because we understand that marriage is ebbs and flows. You have your peaks and then you have your valleys, and some of them are so low you don't even think you're going to ever peak. Some of them are so dark you don't see even a flicker of light. But I will tell you, when you really start channeling and finding the good things that are going on in your marriage, right? The good things that you want to go on in your marriage, and start sowing for those things, you will start seeing things change, right? And so what I really want you to really think about is that wherever you are in your marriage, you're still in it, right? So there is a chance that God still can work and to open up doors and to change things and to make things fresh and new, right? And that all starts with you praying for your husband, right? That is opening your mouth and taking authority over where you are, taking authority over your flesh, taking authority over your feelings, taking authority over where your financial situations, everything that you're in and experiencing right now is just temporary, right? They're temporary, and just know that they're temporary. And as wives, we need to really learn to get past our emotions, because we're very emotional beings, right? And some of our husbands are so disconnected from our emotions because we have made them that way. We have made them feel like, you know, I can't do anything to please her, so I just might as well just shut off. But you don't want a spouse that's shut off from you. You don't want a spouse that is not relating to you. And if you're in that situation, you need to really ask God how to open up those doors of communication, those doors of intimacy, those doors of affection, all of those things, and learn to show gratitude through all of that, right? Learn to show that you are his partner in all of this. And I understand a lot of women like, Gail, why don't you talk to the men? They're the problem, right? I wasn't called to talk to the men. I was called to talk to you, right? Because needless to say, I was the one that was behaving really bad in my marriage. It was not Gilbert, it was Gail. Not saying that Gail was perfect, but Gail was a hot mess in my marriage. And I understand the mindset, and I understand what my mouth, and I understand what my words had done to my marriage. So I say to you, as I get ready to open up the thing, and you guys can ask me any question that you want, because you know I'm an open book, about gratitude. The first thing you need to do is really realize where you are and what your husband brings to the table. Even if it's the smallest thing, think about the positive things and start writing it down. Start writing it down. And I want you to, and I would love for you to really, really do the 30-day gratitude challenge that I have on my website. It's just gailcrowder.com, and it's a free resource. You just go there and download it, and it's a cute little thing that you don't even have to pay for or nothing. And it is just, it's not the notepad that I use, but it's just something that you can use to gift your husband. And it's really nice when you print it out, and just do it, and you will see a shift in how he relates to you. Even if you have to do what I had to do, 10 years ago, and say, thank you for taking out the trash, right? Because we all been in that place, but we might not all admit that we're there, but we can. And so I always say, start with something small. Even if you can only do it a week, try it a week, because we're so quick to think negative of our spouses, and we're one flesh. So when you're really thinking negative of him, you're really thinking negative of yourself when you look at it from biblical terms and how God views our marriages. So really think about that. And let me just give you some quick ideas on some of the things that I have done over the years. Hold on. Thank you, woman of God, for being transparent. Thank you so much. Many couples need to hear this message. Rita, okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Rosalind, for that comment. And I will definitely open up, and you guys can ask me anything. But let me just tell you some things that you can do if you don't want to take the 30-day gratitude challenge. And again, it's on my website under free resources. Just hit free resources or freebies on my website, and you can get it. But some of the things that you can really do is maybe, even if you cook every day, ask your husband, what is a special meal that you would like for me to cook? That's something so easy you can do, and just make it specially for him, right? Because again, you're showing gratitude. You're trying to move the needle where you guys are communicating, and it's a give and take thing, right? So that's the first thing you want to do, is do something simple. If not, buy him a gift. Buy him something that makes him smell good. Buy him a pair of cute boxers. Do something to show him that you appreciate him, even when you're feeling like you're not being appreciated. Because remember, you're sowing for something. You're sowing for something, right? And I am a strong believer. Everything that I sow into my marriage, everything I sow into Gil, God's going to allow me to reap. I'm not looking for Gil to supply the harvest. I'm looking for God to supply the harvest for me. So I sow for every single thing that I want. I sow for love. I sow for affection. I sow for gifts. I sow for everything that I want, right? I sow for Gilbert to take care of me when I'm not feeling good. I sow for all of those different things. And I will tell you, when I began to pour into Gil more than he was pouring into me, I'm telling you, our marriage changed. It really did, because I really began to sow. Even when I felt like the more I was trying to be nice, the more he was acting the fool, I just made a commitment that I was going to stay the course. Was I perfect? Am I perfect? Absolutely not. But I will tell you that more than not, I am reaping everything that I have sowed over the years. And granted, I had to reap all the bad that I sowed too, because that's why he left my little behind. But he came back. And so when I got a second chance, I decided that I was going to make this the best marriage I can be. Is he perfect? No. Am I perfect? Again, I will make sure that y'all don't think I'm trying to teach from a perfect position, because I can still act a fool. But trust and believe me. Does my husband see me and love me? Absolutely. Does my husband take care of me even better than he used to take care of me before, when I was struggling to write that he took out the trash good? Absolutely, because I sow for that, right? And so I just want to admonish you, wherever you are in your marriage, wherever you are, you can start by showing some gratitude. You can start by sowing some amazing seeds into your marriage. Because I will tell you, if you sow and you pray and you ask God to fix it, I'm telling you, he will do it. I am a living witness that he will turn things around. Even when you don't think that is working, it is working. Even when you think it's not working, it is working. Do you guys hear what I'm saying? I'm telling you, this thing works. So at least try for a week. Try to give some gratitude. Try to tell him he looks nice. Try to tell him something. Find something, because again, it's easy for us to tick off 15 things that they do wrong. And I'm telling you, every day I get a opportunity to talk to wives, and every day I hear them saying, um, um, but let me just tell you why I'm calling you, and I'm like, give me two things. You're still with him, and it's a reason why you're still with him. In the old days, women used to say, because I don't have no money and I don't have no job. Nowadays, we bosses, so I don't accept that. So if you're still with him, there's still a reason why you need to make it work, right? It's a reason why you're still there. And so if there's a reason why you're still there, and there's still hope, start giving some gratitude. Start putting some prayer behind it. Start putting some action. Start building him up. Start making him know that he's the king of your castle. Start doing those things, and I'm telling you, you will see a shift in your entire, not just your life, but in your marriage. Let me put on these readers so I can read what y'all saying. Okay. Yes, we're living according to scriptures and virtuous women. Thank you, Lisa. I love showing gratitude to my husband. Absolutely, Lisa. You done came a long way, girl. I understand. So true. Even though we are both chiefs, yeah, there you go, chefs, we're still cook for one another. Yeah, and Kimberly Van Klein is a bad chef. So if you're in the Richmond area, go visit her and her husband's restaurant, because the chick can throw it down. If y'all came to BSB, y'all would have known that, because she is bad. Yes, y'all have came. Lisa, I love you to death, but you have came a long way. Lisa was part of my Big Mouth Club. We're part of the Big Mouth Club. We don't know when to shut up, how to shut up, and when to be quiet, but we're working on that. We're works in progress. So again, ladies, I just want to tell you guys, thank you so much. Please give me some feedback on your gratitude challenges. Even if you don't go download the thing from my website, and my website is just gailcrowder.com. If you want to, go under freebies, and it's right there. Go under there and just do it. If not, you don't have to do that. Write him a note. Do something different. Just show him that you're on a different path and you want a different outcome. Can y'all agree to that? All right. Yeah, Kimberly, I know you bad. You bad. I hope you're behaving for your husband and not driving him nuts and getting well. Anyway, I love you guys to pieces. My internet is about to get really shaky because, again, it is storming like crazy over in Maryland. So you guys continue to pray that everything goes well, because it's getting real crazy. Okay. I got a question. What if you're not married? If you're not married, if you're dating somebody, you can still show them some gratitude. I say go into your relationship with some gratitude and not make the same mistakes that we made in our marriages, because we was off the chain. Sometimes I'm told my problem is that I'm acting like a wife when I'm not. Okay. Well, that's something you can address. If you're acting too much like a wife and you're in a relationship and the guy is not on the path to marry you, I would tell you to stop acting so much like a wife. For the simple fact is that it is a known fact he will not buy the cow if he can get the milk for free. And I do a lot of things for singles, but and I'm not trying to attack you, but if you're in a situation and you've been dating a guy more than 2 years, 2 to 2.5 years, and there's no talk about him marrying you and making you his wife, stop putting yourself in that position, because again, he's got settled. and he's not chasing you the way he needs to be chasing you to make him his wife. That's just my 2 cents about that. Anything else? Anything else? All right, you guys, I love you guys to pieces. Hit me up on my website if you have any questions. I always do give a free 30-minute consultation. If you go to gailcrowder.com, all the way at the bottom, click on Talk with Gail. There's a free 30-minute consultation there, and I would love to hear from you guys. I love you guys to pieces. Have an amazing, amazing night. Be safe if you're in the DMV area, because it's truly cutting up out this way. And again, if you need me, you know where to find me. I just want to tell you guys, I just nailed down the hotel for the Ultimate Wives Summit coming next year. It is going to be off the hook. BSB is always off the hook, but this Ultimate Wives Summit is off the hook, because I'm lining up a lot of my celebrity friends. They're gonna come hang out with us and do some things. I'm just like, this is gonna be like off the chain. I'm scared to death, because we're gonna be down in the heart of DC. So that's money right there. And so, but God is just being faithful. He's opening doors. He's doing some amazing, amazing things. And so I'm excited about that. So thank each and every last one of you guys for jumping on here tonight for Wife Chat. And so I'll be doing this every Tuesday. If you have any topics you want me to cover besides fellatio, because that's a hard one to cover on Facebook, but if you have any other topics you want me to cover, I'm an open book. Just hit me up, either send me a personal message, put it in the chat. I always go back and read all the ones that I missed anyway, and I will always get back with you. But if you have any topics you want covered, just make sure you let me know, and I will cover them. And like I said, if you want to talk to me in private, I'm an open book. I love you guys to pieces. Have an amazing, amazing night.